Hello, future licensed professional teachers or LPT. Welcome back to our channel where we continue our journey in preparing for the September 2025 licensure examination for teachers. This is part 9 of our TLE and TVT majorship series, and today we'll be focusing on plumbing concepts, one of the essential areas that might come out in the exam. I hope the items and discussions I'll be sharing here will not only help you review more effectively, but also give you the confidence to pass and even aim to top the board exam. So get your notes ready and let's dive into this topic together. So please prepare a piece of paper and a pen to answer. The correct answer will be shown right after each number. A 10 seconds timer is allotted, so make sure to answer all the questions honestly and do not hesitate to finish this video. So let's begin. Disclaimer, no copyright infringement intended. This is for educational purposes only. All the following questions found in this video belong to the rightful owner. Number 1. A type of pipe that is stronger than plastic but more expensive. Is it letter A, cast iron pipe, B, copper pipe, C, galvanized steel pipe, D, plastic pipe? Answer letter B, copper pipe. Copper pipe is stronger than plastic, resists corrosion, and has a long lifespan. Often used for water supply lines. It is more expensive than plastic pipes, but reliable and durable, making it suitable for both hot and cold water systems. Letter A, cast iron pipe are known for its durability and ability to reduce noise in drainage systems, commonly used in older plumbing systems and heavy-duty applications, but it is heavy, expensive, and prone to rust over time. So, letter A is not the answer. Letter C, galvanized steel pipe, still not the answer because it is made of steel coated with zinc to prevent rusting. It was widely used in older homes, but is now mostly outdated due to corrosion over time and reduced water flow. So it is strong but can be less reliable and harder to work with than copper. And letter D, plastic pipe. So this includes types like PVC or PEX or PEX. It is lightweight, cheap, easy to install, and resist to corrosion, but not as strong or heat resistant as metal pipes like copper. It is often used for residential plumbing where cost is a priority. So answer is letter B, copper pipe. Number 2, blank is a chemical that is used to purify water. A, acetone, B, chlorine, C, disinfectant, or letter D, muriatic acid. Answer letter B, chlorine. It is a powerful disinfectant commonly used in water treatment to kill bacteria, viruses, and other harmful microorganisms. It is widely used in both municipal water systems and swimming pools. That's chlorine. For letter A, acetone, it is a flammable solvent commonly used in cleaning and removing paint or nail polish. So it is not used for water purification and is actually harmful if ingested. Letter C, that disinfectant. So it is a general term for chemicals that kill germs. Some disinfectants, like chlorine, can purify water, but the term is too broad to specify which chemical is being used. And letter D, muriatic acid. It is a highly corrosive acid or also known as hydraulic acid. It is used for cleaning masonry and adjusting pH levels in pools, but not for purifying drinking water due to its toxicity. So answer is letter B, chlorine. Number 3, people have not accepted these pipes due to its weak features. Is it letter A, chlorinated polyvinyl chloride, B, polyvinyl chloride, C, polybutylene, D, polyethylene? Answer letter C, polybutylene. It is not widely accepted because it has a history of failures, especially when exposed to chlorine in water, leading to cracking and leaks. Once used for water supply lines, but was eventually phased out due to its lawsuits and reliability concerns. For letter A, that's chlorinated polyvinyl chloride or CPVC. It is a more heat-resistant version of PVC, commonly used for hot and cold water lines. It is durable and widely accepted in plumbing systems. Letter B, polyvinyl chloride or PVC. It is a popular and widely used plastic pipe for cold water lines and drainage system. So it is lightweight, inexpensive, and easy to install. So it is well accepted for many applications. In letter D, polyethylene or PE, it is a flexible, durable plastic pipe commonly used in irrigation systems and some water supply applications. It is generally accepted and known for resistance to chemicals and corrosion. So answer is letter C, polybutylene. Number 4, this is commonly used for linking supply lines to a refrigerator's ice maker and water dispenser. Is it A, hard temper supply pipe, B, soft temper supply pipe, C, refrigeration tubing, or letter D, copper DWV pipe? Answers letter C, refrigeration tubing. It is a flexible soft copper tubing specifically designed for connecting appliances such as ice makers and water dispensers. It is easy to bend and install in tight spaces, making it ideal for refrigerators. Letter A, hard temper supply pipe. So it is a rigid type of copper pipe used in straight lengths. So it is strong and durable but not flexible, making it unsuitable for tight or curved spaces like behind refrigerators. Letter B, soft temper supply pipe. So this is the flexible copper pipe used for water supply lines where bends are needed. It can be used for appliance hookups, but refrigeration tubing is more specifically designed for that purpose. Letter D, copper DW pipe or the drain waste vent. So that's DWV, drain waste vent pipe. So it is a type of copper pipe used for non-pressurized drain and vent systems. So it is not suitable for carrying pressurized water to appliances like refrigerators. So answer here is letter C, refrigeration tubing. Number 5, all plumbing fixtures must have P-trap except A, lavatory, B, water closet, C, sink, or letter D, bathtub. Answer letter B, water closet. A P-trap is a curved plumbing pipe under fixtures like sinks and tubs that traps a small amount of water to block sewer gases from entering the building. Letter A, lavatory. It requires a P-trap. So lavatory or the bathroom sink needs a P-trap to prevent sewer gas from backing up into the bathroom. As well as letter B, the water closet, letter C, sink that requires a P-trap. So like a lavatory, kitchen, or utility sinks need P-traps to maintain sanitary conditions. And letter D, bathtub, so still requires a P-trap. So bathtubs also need P-traps to prevent odors and gases from rising through the drain. So except that's letter B, water closet. Number 6, an underground tunnel that carries up drainage and waste water from a home or town is called a drainage system, B, fixture, C, sewerage, D, sewer. Answer letter D, sewer. It is an underground tunnel or pipe that carries up wastewater, so that's from homes, buildings, or towns. That is called a sewer. A sewer is the actual underground conduit or pipe that carries off wastewater and sewage from homes or towns to treatment facilities or disposal sites. That's sewer. For letter A, drainage system. So this is too broad because drainage system, this refers to the entire system of pipes and components that manage water flow. So that's including rainwater and wastewater. So it's a general term, not the specifically the underground tunnel. Letter B, fixture. So fixtures refers to appliances or devices like sinks, toilets, and bathtubs that are connected to the plumbing system. And letter C, sewerage. Sewerage refers to the entire system. No? So sewerage is the system or infrastructure, just like pipes, pumps, treatment plants. So that's sewerage. So this is used to transport and treat wastewater, so not the tunnel itself. So answer is letter D, sewer. Number 7, if there is a leaking in the water supply of lavatory, sink, and water closet, which valve are you going to shut off? A, gate valve, B, globe valve, C, check valve, or letter D, angle valve. Answer letter D, angle valve. An angle valve is a small shut-off valve typically installed near individual plumbing fixtures like lavatories, sinks, and water closets or toilets. It allows you to quickly stop the water flow to a specific fixture without shutting off the water supply to the entire house. This valve is installed at the point of use, under sinks or behind toilets, and is used to shut off water to individual fixtures during maintenance or in case of leaks. So that's angle valve. For gate valve, it is used for main supply line. So this is typically installed on main water lines and is designed for full open or full close operation. So it is not precise or frequent shut off for individual fixtures. Letter B, globe valve. So this controls flow, so not usually used for fixtures. So globe valve, so it regulates water flow and pressure, so often used in outdoor systems or for controlling water flows, not common in household fixture shutoffs. And letter C, check valve. So check valves prevents backflow, so not for shutting off water. Check valve allows water to flow in only one direction and automatically prevents backflow. So it is not manually operated and not used for stopping leaks. So answer letter D, angle valve. Number 8, it is a type of pipe that is commonly used today because it is lightweight, inexpensive, and easy to cut and fit. A. Cast iron pipe. B. Copper pipe. C. Galvanized pipe. D. Plastic pipe. Answer letter D. Plastic pipe. Plastic pipe includes PVC, CPVC, and PEX types. Very common in modern plumbing due to being lightweight, low cost, corrosion resistant, and easy to cut and install, especially for DIY and residential applications. Cast iron pipe is heavy and durable, often used in drainage and sewer systems. Copper pipe, letter B, that's durable and corrosion resistance. That's suitable for both hot and cold water. And letter C, galvanized pipe, it is a steel pipe coated with zinc used in older homes. So answer letter D, plastic pipe. 9. If the end of a PVC pipe is fitted with a male adapter, what fitting will be used to stop the flow of the water? A. Elbow. B. Coupling. C. Cap. D. Plug. Answer letter D. Plug. A plug is used to close or stop the flow of water in a male threaded pipe or fitting. It is typically threaded and screws into a male adapter or fitting to block the flow. Letter A, elbow. So elbow changes direction. It is used to change the direction of the pipe. So like for example, 90 degrees or 45 degrees. So it is not used to stop the flow. Letter B, coupling. Coupling connects two pipes. Connects two pipes or coupling joins two pieces of pipe in a straight line. So it doesn't block or close a pipe. And letter C, cap. So it is used on female ends. Cap used on female ends, or it is used to close the end of a female threaded or socket type pipe. Still, it is not used to block or close a pipe. So answer letter D, plug. Number 10. Rainwater from the roof down to the ground passes through what type? A. Downspout. B. Conductor. C. Gutter. Or letter D. Vent. Answer letter A. Downspout. Downspout is a vertical pipe that carries rainwater from the roof gutters down to the ground or to a drainage system. It is an essential part of a building's rainwater drainage system. Letter B, conductor. It is similar but broader term, right? So it is general term for pipes that carry rainwater from the roof. But downspout is the specific pipe that goes from gutter to ground. And letter C, gutter. So this collects water, but it doesn't carry it down. So gutter is the horizontal channel at the edge of the roof that collects rainwater and directs it to the downspout. And letter D, vent. So it is used in plumbing, but not rainwater. No? So this is part of the plumbing system that allows sewer gases to escape and maintains proper pressure. So it is not used for rainwater drainage. So answer is letter A, downspout. Number 11, the standard length of a PVC pipe is blank. A, 12 feet, B, 2 meters, C, 6 meters, or letter D, 10 feet. Answer letter D, 10 feet. The standard length of a PVC pipe is 10 feet. Many big box stores commonly sell 10 feet sections due to the ease of transport for DIY plumbers. There are also references to shorter lengths like 6 meters and 3 meters, and longer lengths like 12 feet or 20 feet. Letter A, 12 feet. It is sometimes mentioned as possible length, but it is not common or standard lengths, as well as 12 meters and 6 meters. So answer is letter D, 10 feet. Number 12, the kind of fitting used to connect fixed pipe and fixtures is a blank. A, Y fitting or way. B, coupling. C, union fitting. D, reducer. Answer letter C, union fitting. Union fitting is specifically designed to connect a fixed pipe to a fixture or another pipe, where future disconnection may be necessary. It allows easy removal or maintenance without rotating the entire pipe system, which is especially useful when the pipes or fixtures are already installed and immovable. Letter A, Y fitting. It is used for branching, or it is used to create a 45-degree branch in the drainage system. Letter C, coupling. It is used to join two straight pipes or connects two pipes in a straight lines permanently. And letter D, reducer. It is used to change pipe size or connects pipes of different diameters. So they are not specifically for connecting to the fixtures. So answer letter C, union fitting. Number 13. This is especially useful in small and crowded places because it can follow a winding course without requiring a lot of fittings. A, flexible plastic pipe. B, hard temper supply pipe. C, rigid supply pipe. Or letter D, soft temper supply pipe. Answer letter D, soft temper supply pipe. A flexible copper pipe that can be bent by hand or with a tubing bender, allowing it to navigate tight or crowded areas with minimal fittings. It's ideal for spaces where rigid pipes would not fit easily. Letter A, flexible plastic pipe. While it is also bendable, like for example the PEX pipe, it is not as durable under high pressures as copper. So it is useful in some tight spaces but not as reliable or commonly used as soft temper copper for high quality plumbing. Letter B, hard temper supply pipe. So it is a rigid copper pipe used in straight runs. So it requires many fittings and elbows to navigate corners. So not the ideal for small or tight spaces. And letter C, rigid supply pipe. So it is a general term for any hard pipe like the hard temper copper or the PVC. Like hard temper pipe, so it can't bend easily, so it's not suited for winding courses. So answer letter D, soft temper supply pipe. 14. Water that is safe for drinking, cooking, and personal use is blank. A, potable. B, purified. C, clean. D, healthy. Answer letter A, potable. Potable water is a term used to describe water that is safe for human consumption, including drinking, cooking, and personal hygiene. It meets health and safety standards set by regulatory agencies. Letter B, purified. When we say purified, this may be safe but not always guaranteed. So it has been filtered or processed. But unless certified as potable, it's not always safe for all uses. Like for example, some purified water is for the industrial use only. Letter C, clean water. When we say clean water, this is too general. Clean water may look clear, but still contain harmful microbes or chemicals, so it doesn't guarantee safety for drinking. And letter D, healthy. This is vague and subjective. So when we say healthy, it is not a technical term in water safety. So water can be considered healthy if it's potable, but this is not the proper classification. So the only correct answer here is letter A, potable. Number 15, which statement is not true about plumbing standards based on Republic Act 1378, which is known as plumbing law? A. Each fixture directly connected to the drainage system shall be equipped with a water-sealed trap. B. Plumbing shall be designed and adjusted to use the maximum quantity of water consistent with proper performance and cleaning. C. Water closet must be located in a room which is properly lighted and ventilated. Or letter D, no substance which will clog the pipes, produce explosive mixtures, destroy the pipes or their joints, or interfere unduly with the sewage disposal process shall be allowed to enter the building drainage system. Answer letter B. Plumbing shall be designed and adjusted to use the maximum quantity of water consistent with proper performance and cleaning. So we will use the word maximum. Maximum. Instead of maximum, that's minimum. Okay. Number 16. A plumber wants to hold pipe by hand. What tool is needed? A. Vice grip. B. Pipe threader. C. Yoke vise. Or letter D. Pipe wrench. Answer letter A. Vice grip. A hand tool that locks onto objects such as pipes so the plumber can hold, twist, or stabilize them without slipping. So it is ideal for handheld use. Letter B, pipe threader. So it is used for cutting threads. So pipe threader is a tool used to cut threads into the end of a pipe so it can be screwed into fittings, so not for holding. Letter C, yoke vise. So this is a stationary holding tool. Yoke vise is a bench-mounted tool that holds pipes firmly in place for cutting or threading, so not handheld. And letter D, pipe wrench. It is used for gripping and turning, not holding steady by hand. So while a pipe wrench grips and turns pipes, it's not used just to hold a pipe steady by hand, but it also doesn't lock like a vice grip. So answer letter A, vice grip. Number 17. A plumber wants to cut pipes. Which holding tool is needed? A vice grip, B pipe threader, C yoke vise, or letter D pipe wrench. Answer letter C yoke vise. When a plumber wants to cut pipes, the pipe must be held securely and steadily in place. So a yoke vise is a bench-mounted holding tool designed specifically for this purpose. So it clamps the pipe firmly, allowing the plumber to safely and accurately cut or thread it. Number 18. For purposes of troubleshooting in case of stoppage of flow, what must be installed in the pipe system? A vent pipe, B clean out, C drain, D T fitting. Answer letter B clean out. A clean out is a specially designed fitting with a removable plug that allows access to the drainage system for cleaning, maintenance, or removing blockages. It is essential for troubleshooting and clearing stoppages without dismantling the entire system. Letter A, vent pipe, so it maintains air pressure, but not for clearing stoppage. A vent pipe allows air into the plumbing system to prevent vacuum pressure and ensure smooth drainage, but it does not help with physical blockages. Letter C, drain. So this carries waste away. No, carries waste away. So the drain is the part of the system where waste enters like a sink or shower. So not a troubleshooting access point. Letter D, T-fitting. It is a type of connector. Not T-fitting, it is a type of connector or joins three pipes but doesn't include an access point or for clearing blockages unless it's part of a clean out assembly. So answer letter B, clean out. Number 19, what material is used to seal off threaded fittings to avoid leakage? A, masking tape, B, Teflon tape, C, scotch tape, or letter D, adhesive gum. Answer letter B, Teflon tape. Teflon tape, also known as thread seal tape or PTFE tape, is a thin white tape used to seal the threads of pipe fittings. It helps prevent leaks by filling small gaps between threads and making the joint watertight. Letter A, masking tape. It is used for painting, not plumbing. Now, we all know masking tape is not water resistant or strong enough to seal pipe threads. Letter C, scotch tape. It is for office use, so it is not designed for plumbing as it has no sealing capability under pressure or moisture. And letter D, adhesive gum. It is not a standard or reliable, so it is not recognized as effective material for sealing threaded fittings in plumbing. So answer is letter B, Teflon tape. Number 20. Most people prefer these pipes because it can tolerate more pressure of water even with high amount of chlorine. Is it A, chlorinated polyvinyl chloride, B, polyvinyl chloride, C, polybutylene, or letter D, polyethylene? Answer letter A, chlorinated polyvinyl chloride. Chlorinated polyvinyl chloride or CPVC is a strong, heat-resistant, and chlorine-tolerant pipe material. So it is commonly used for both hot and cold water lines. Number 21, Schedule 40 pipe is A, thicker than Schedule 20, B, thicker than Schedule 80, C, thinner than Schedule 10, D, none among the choices. Answer letter A, thicker than Schedule 20. When we say pipe schedules, this refers to or refer to the wall thickness of the pipe. So the higher the schedule number, the thicker the wall of the pipe. So even if the outside diameter remains the same. So schedule 20, that's thinner wall. Schedule 40, that's medium wall. So that's for standard for most plumbing uses. Schedule 80, that's thicker wall, and Schedule 10, that's even thinner than Schedule 20. So just 10, 20, 40, and 80. So that's from thinner or thinnest to thicker pipe schedules. So answer is letter A. Number 22, it is a fitting or device that provides liquid seal to prevent the passage of air. A, loop, B, fixture, C, sewer, D, trap. Answer letter D, trap. Trap is a plumbing fitting or device that creates a water seal in the drain line to prevent the backflow of sewer gases or air into the building. It's typically U-shaped or S-shaped and always holds a small amount of water. Letter A, loop. It is not a plumbing term for sealing. When we say loop, this refers to a bent or curved section but not one that provides a liquid seal. Letter B, fixture. This is a general plumbing term. A fixture is any device connected to the plumbing system like sinks, toilets, but not specifically for sealing air. And letter C, sewer. When we say sewer, that carries wastewater. When we say sewer, that's the pipe or system that transports wastewater. So it is not a sealing device. So answer is letter D, trap. Number 23, the semi-liquid substance accumulated at the bottom of the septic tank. Is it letter A, scum, B, sediment, C, sludge, D, silt? Answer letter C, sludge. In a septic tank, the semi-liquid or solid waste that settles at the bottom over time is called sludge. It consists of heavier organic and inorganic materials that are not broken down by bacteria and must be periodically removed. Letter A, scum. When we say scum, just remember, scum floats on top. So that's the upper part. That's scum. Oh? Scum is the lighter material like oils, fats, and grease that floats to the surface of the septic tank. That's scum. Letter B, sediment. So this is a general term for settled particles. No? While similar in meaning, sediment is a broader term but not specifically used for septic tank waste. And letter D is silt. So this is a fine soil or particles. Silt refers to fine earth or sand. So that's silt. Answer letter C, sludge. Number 24. A person who installs pipes, fixtures, and other apparatus to convey and supply water in buildings and to dispose and discharge wastewater. A carpenter, B. Plumber, C. Mason, or letter D. Mechanic. Answer letter B. Plumber. When we say plumber, it is a skilled tradesperson who installs, maintains, and repairs piping systems, plumbing fixtures, and other apparatus used for water supply and wastewater disposal in residential, commercial, and industrial buildings. Letter A, carpenter. It works with wood. No, carpenter works with wood. Letter C, mason. When we say mason, they work with stone or concrete. Mason works with stone or concrete. And letter D, mechanic. Mechanic repairs machine or vehicles. No? Mechanic repairs machines or vehicles. So answer for this item is letter B, plumber. Number 25, it is a device installed in water lines that can be closed or opened to allow installation or troubleshooting of fixtures. Is it A, check valve, B, gate valve, C, ball valve, or letter D, float valve? Answer letter C, ball valve. A ball valve is a device installed in water lines that can be closed or opened to allow installation or troubleshooting of fixtures. That's ball valve. Letter A, check valve. When we say check valve, it only allows water to flow in one direction, preventing backflow, but it's not designed to be used for shutting off water flow for fixture installation or troubleshooting. Letter B, gate valve. While gate valve can be used to stop or allow water flow, but it can be slower to open and close compared to a ball valve. And letter D, float valve. So this valve automatically regulates water level by using a floating valve. So it is not intended for controlling access to fixtures during installation or troubleshooting. So answer is letter C, ball valve. Number 26, the end of the PVC pipe is fitted with a female adapter. What fitting will be used to stop the flow of the water? A, elbow, B, coupling, C, cap, or letter D, plug? Answer letter C, cap. Fits over the end of a female adapter or socket and seals the opening to stop water flow. Letter A, elbow. It is used to change pipe direction. Coupling, letter B, that connects two pipes. And letter D, plug. Plug used to seal male threaded ends. So answer is letter C, cap. Number 27. A plumber wants to shut off the flow of water just 90 degrees turn. Which valve is appropriate? A, gate valve, B, globe valve, C, check valve, or letter D, angle valve? Answer letter D, angle valve. Angle valve is designed to shut off water flow with a 90-degree turn of the handle, making it ideal for situations where a quick and precise closure is needed, like under a sink or behind a toilet. Number 28. There should be no concrete sanitary sewers existing within how many meters radius from the well? A. 15 meters, B. 10 meters, C. 50 meters, or letter D. 45 meters. Answer letter A. 15 meters. That's according to the National Plumbing Code of the Philippines and sanitary standards. There should be no concrete sanitary sewers or any source of contamination within 15 meters of a well. This safe distance helps prevent contamination of drinking water by sewage or waste materials. Number 29. This pipe is strong, resists corrosion, and is dense enough to be the quietest of all piping materials. A. Cast iron pipe, B. Copper pipe, C. Galvanized steel pipe, or letter D. Plastic pipe. Answer letter A. Cast iron pipe. Cast iron pipe or CI pipe is very strong and durable with excellent noise dampening properties due to its density. So commonly used for drain, waste, and vent or the DWV systems in buildings, especially where quiet operation is important, such as in multi-story buildings or hotels. Number 30, the following are examples of plumbing fixtures, except A. Water closet, B. Drainage, C. Shower, D. Urinals. Answer letter B. Drainage. Plumbing fixtures are devices connected to a plumbing system that interact directly with water or delivering or receiving water, such as toilets, sinks, showers, and urinals. So drainage, on the other hand, is part of the plumbing system, but it is a network of pipes that carries wastewater away. So not a fixture. Number 31, which is true of toxic substance. A. Hazardous to human health. B. A fixture drain for a laboratory. C. Not hazardous to human health. Or letter D. Bedpan washer and sterilizer drain. Answer letter A. Hazardous to human health. A toxic substance is defined as any material that is harmful or hazardous to human health. So it can cause illness, injury, or death when inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through the skin. Letter B, a fixture drain for a laboratory. So it is a location, no? Not a definition of the stem itself. Letter C, not hazardous to human health. So this is the opposite of toxic. Letter D, bedpan washer and sterilizer drain. Bedpan washer and sterilizer drain. These are the plumbing fixtures, so it's not a toxic substance. So answer is letter A. Number 32. If you plan to drill for a well that can supply water for public use, what is the minimum meter radius from a well to the residences? Is it A 150 meters, B 100 meters, C 50 meters, or letter D 200 meters? Answer letter A 150 meters. So according to standard sanitary and public health regulations in the Philippines, such as those referenced in the National Plumbing Code and Department of Health guidelines, when drilling a well for public water supply, it must be located at least 150 meters away from sources of contamination. So that's including residences, septic tanks, or other pollution sources. This 150-meter minimum radius ensures that the water drawn is safe for public consumption and free from contaminants that could come from domestic activities or sewage systems. So answer is letter A 150 meters. Number 33, this pipe not only corrodes faster than cast iron or copper, but its rough interior surface collects mineral deposits that over time impedes water flow. What is it? Is it letter A, cast iron pipe, B, copper pipe, C, galvanized steel pipe, or letter D, plastic pipes? Answer letter C, galvanized steel pipe. These are prone to internal corrosion, especially after years of use. Its rough inner surface traps minerals and rust, which can build up and restrict water flows, eventually leading to blockages or leaks. So it has largely been replaced by better materials in modern plumbing. Letter A, cast iron pipes. So these are very durable and corrosion resistant for a drainage system. Letter B, copper pipe. So these are highly resistant to corrosion and has a smooth interior which helps maintain good water flow over time. And letter D, plastic pipe. These are corrosion proof and smooth inside, so it does not collect mineral deposits easily. So answer letter C, galvanized steel pipe. Number 34. A compartment that receives solid or liquid waste located below the normal grade of the gravity system is called blank. A, septic, B, sump, C, trap, D, interceptor. Answer letter B, sump. Sump is a compartment or pit located below the normal grade or ground level of a gravity drainage system. It is designed to collect and temporarily hold liquid or solid waste, usually from areas where gravity flow is insufficient. Letter A, septic. Septic likely refers to a septic tank, no, which is a wastewater treatment structure. Letter C, trap. When we say trap, it is used to seal sewer gases or prevent sewer gases from entering a building. So that's trap. And letter D, interceptor. Interceptor captures specific substances like grease or oil. No? An interceptor is designed to trap materials like grease, sand, or oil before they enter the drainage system. So it is not a general waste compartment. So answer letter B, sump. Number 35. If you install water supply inside a building, what is the diameter of pipes needed? A 4 inches, B 1 inch, C 0.75 inch, D 0.5 inch. Answer zero point 0.5 inch. That's letter D. When installing water supply pipes inside a building, the standard pipe diameter commonly used for residential indoor water lines such as to faucets, sinks, and toilets is typically 1 inch or zero point 0.5 inch. This size provides adequate water pressure and flow for most fixtures. So answer letter D, zero point 0.5 inch or half inch. Number 36, a plumber wants to connect two lengths of pipes. Which fitting is necessary? A. Coupling, B. Elbow, C. T, or letter D. Pipe wrench. Answer letter A. Coupling. A coupling is a type of pipe fitting specifically used to connect two lengths of pipe in a straight line. It allows the extension or repair of pipe runs by securely joining two sections together, so often by threading or gluing. Number 37, how many PVC pipes can be installed in a 7.50 meter distance? A. 2 pieces, B. 2.5 pieces, C. 3 pieces, or letter D. 3.5 pieces. Answer letter B, 2.5 pieces. So divide the total distance by the length of one PVC pipe. For example, for step 1, calculate the number of pipes. So divide the total distance by the length of one pipe. So that's 7.50 meters. That's the distance divided by the length of the pipe, which is 3 meters per pipe. So 7.50 meters divided by 3 meters, that's 2.5 pipes. So for the solution, you can install 2.5 PVC pipes in a 7.50 meter distance. So our answer is letter B, 2.5 pieces. Number 38, every trap for bathtubs, lavatories, sink, and other similar fixture shall be blank. A. Self-regulating, B. Tight, C. Fixed, or letter D. Self-cleaning. Answer letter D. Self-cleaning. According to plumbing standards and codes, every trap for fixtures like bathtubs, lavatories, and sinks must be designed so that it is self-cleaning. This means that the shape and water flow through the trap should help prevent the accumulation of debris or residue that could lead to blockages or foul odors. Letter A, self-regulating. It is not a standard plumbing term for traps, right? Letter B, tight, so it's important for connections, but not the main required characteristic of a trap. And letter C, fix. Yeah, this is too vague. So answer is letter D, self-cleaning. Number 39, it is a receptacle or vault used to collect organic waste discharged from the house sewer. A. Septic tank, B. Manhole, C. Water tank, or letter D. Waste tank. . Answer letter A, septic tank is an underground receptacle or vault that collects the partially decomposed organic waste, such as human waste and wastewater discharged from a house sewer system. So it allows solids to settle and undergo anaerobic digestion before the liquid portion flows to a drainage field. Letter B, manhole. So a manhole is a maintenance access point in a sewer system. So it is not a storage or treatment unit. Letter C, water tank. It is used to store clean or potable water. So it is not a waste. And letter D, waste tank. So I think that's a general term often used for temporary storage like the RVs or boats, but not specific to a residential sewer system. So answer is letter A, septic tank. Number 40, which of the following is not required by the National Plumbing Code? Is it letter A, drainage pipe should be inclined properly for a downward gravity flow of water? B, drainage pipe should be provided with adequate clean out. C, no vent pipe is needed. Or letter D, all pipe joints must be well fitted and tightly connected. Answer, that's letter C, no vent pipe is needed. National Plumbing Code requires that vent pipes be installed in plumbing systems. Vent pipes are essential because they are first allow sewer gases to escape safely outside. Second, prevent pressure build-up in the drainage system. And lastly, the vent pipes help to maintain proper flow by allowing air to enter the system. So that's preventing vacuum locks. So we should have not required. That's not the correct answer here is letter C. No vent pipe is needed. Number 41, a metal or plastic fitting used to connect smaller pipe from a larger pipe. So what is it? Is it letter A, reducer, B, elbow, C, union, or letter D, coupling? Answer letter A, reducer. Reducer is a pipe fitting made of metal or plastic that allows you to connect a smaller pipe to a larger one, effectively reducing the pipe diameter in the system. So it's commonly used when there is a change in flow requirements or when connecting to a fixture or appliance that uses a smaller pipe size. So that's letter A, reducer. Number 42. Water contaminants are being forced back into the water piping system. Which term is referred to? A, water flow, B, backflow, C, pressure, D, harvesting. Answer letter B, backflow. Backflow occurs when contaminated water flows in the opposite direction, so from fixtures or waste sources back into the potable water supply. This can happen due to changes in pressure, so such as when there is a sudden drop in supply pressure or an increase in downstream pressure. Number 43, the following are good plumbing practices except A, rainwater harvesting, B, conservation, C, gray water recycling, or letter D, excessive water consumption. Letter D, excessive water consumption. Excessive water consumption is not a good plumbing practice because it leads to wasted water resources, higher utility cost, increased strain on water supply systems, and environmental impact. Good plumbing practices aim to conserve water, use it efficiently, and minimize waste. Letter A, rainwater harvesting. It is a good practice since collecting and using rainwater helps conserve potable water. Letter B, water conservation, still a good practice because by using water efficiently and um, water conservation, it is by using water efficiently and avoiding waste. Letter C, gray water recycling, still a good practice. It means reusing water from sinks, showers, or etc. That's for in the purpose for irrigation or for flushing. So answer letter D, excessive water consumption. Number 44, no cesspool, septic tank, or drain fields shall be located within how many meters radius from the well? A, 15 meters, B, 10 meters, C, 50 meters, or letter D, 45 meters. Answer letter D, 45 meters. The standard minimum distance for cesspools, septic tanks, or drain fields from a well is typically 45 meters. For letter A, 15 meters, I think that's the minimum safe distance required to avoid contamination of the water supply. Letter B, 10 meters, I think that's too close or not enough distance to ensure safety or groundwater protection. Letter C, 50 meters, that exceeds standard requirements. It is still safer since 50 meters is more than the minimum required by most codes. So the minimum, that's letter D, 45 meters. Number 45, a pipe that conveys only liquid waste is called blank. A, vent pipe, B, soil pipe, C, main pipe, or letter D, waste pipe. Answer letter D, waste pipe. A waste pipe is specifically designed to convey only liquid water or liquid waste, such as from sinks, showers, bathtubs, and washing machines. So it does not carry human waste. When we say vent pipe for letter A, it is a pipe that allows air to enter the drainage system, so to prevent suction and ensure smooth flow. So it does not carry waste. Letter B, soil pipe. Soil pipe carries human waste from toilets or urinals, so it is not just liquid. Letter C, main pipe. So it is a general term that could refer to the main supply or drainage line, so not specific to liquid waste. So answer letter D, waste pipe. Number 46, if you put source of potable water, what is the minimum safe distance from the septic tank? A, 15 meters, B, 10 meters, C, 5 meters, or letter D, 20 meters. Answer, letter A, 15 meters. So that's up. Still, according to National Plumbing Code of the Philippines and Standard Public Health Guidelines, the minimum safe distance between a potable water source, like a well or deep well, and a septic tank is 15 meters or approximately 50 feet. This is to prevent contamination of the drinking water from harmful bacteria or pathogens present in wastewater. So answered letter A, 15 meters. Number 47, which plumbing tool is used for gripping large pipes and irregular objects? A. Monkey wrench, B. Chain wrench, C. Hook vise, or letter D. Pipe wrench. Answer letter B, chain wrench. A chain wrench is a plumbing tool used to grip and turn large pipes and irregularly shaped objects. So it uses a chain that wraps around the pipe or object, giving a strong and secure grip even on smooth and oddly shaped surfaces. Letter A, monkey wrench. It is a type of adjustable wrench good for gripping flat-sided objects. Letter C, yoke vise. It is a holding tool used to secure pipes in place. And letter D, pipe wrench. It is excellent for turning round pipes. So answer letter B, chain wrench. Number 48, this type of pipe is produced by chlorination of PVC resin and can withstand up to 200 Fahrenheit. A chlorinated polyvinyl chloride, B polyvinyl chloride, C polybutylene, or letter T polyethylene. Answer letter A, chlorinated polyvinyl chloride. So it is made by chlorinating PVC resin. CPVC can handle high temperatures up to 200 degree Fahrenheit or 93 degree Celsius, so making it suitable for hot and cold water systems. So it is also resistant to corrosion and chlorine, so widely used in residential and commercial plumbing. So answer letter A, CPVC. Number 49, metal with semi-rigid auger whose end is usually fitted with a hook or corkscrew is called blank. A plumber's snake, B. Plunger, C. Valve, D. Bushing. Answer letter A. Plumber's snake. A plumber's snake, or also known as a drain snake or auger, is a metal tool with a semi-rigid auger that has a hook or corkscrew at the end. So it is used to clear clogs in plumbing pipes by being inserted into drains and turned manually or mechanically to break up or retrieve blockages. Letter B, plunger. That's a suction-based tool used to clear shallow clogs in toilets or sinks, but it is not equipped with a metal auger, so not the answer. Letter C, valve. It is a device that controls water flow, so it is not used for unclogging. Letter T, bushing. It is a type of pipe fitting used to join pipes of different sizes, so this is unrelated to clearing clogs. So answer is letter A, plumber's snake. Last, number 50, as a basic prerequisite for most plumbing project, what should be connected for each faucet, toilet, and fixtures? A. Fixture shut-offs, B. Main shut-offs, C. Intermediate shutoffs, or letter D. Valves? Answer letter A. Fixture shutoffs. So each faucet, toilet, and other plumbing fixtures should have its own fixture shut-off valve, also known as an angle valve or stop valve. So this allows for individual control using maintenance or repair without shutting off the water supply to the entire house. Letter B, main shutoffs. It controls water supply for the entire home. Letter C, intermediate shutoffs. I think it's not a standard in residential plumbing system, so not the answer. Letter D, valves. When we say valves, it is a general term that includes all types of valves. We have the main, the fixture, and etc., but not specific enough to answer the question correctly. So answer is letter A, fixture shutoffs. How many correct answers did you get? I hope you get a passing score of 38 and above. Passing score for 50 items, that's 38. So congratulations those who get the passing score of 38 and above. Okay, that's it for today's TLE and TVTE review session. So I hope you learned something new and valuable to help you prepare for the upcoming lab. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more helpful review content. So if you got questions or topics you want us to cover, please drop them in the comments below. Remember, consistency and faith go along well in your journey to becoming a licensed professional teacher. See you in the next video and good luck, future LPTs. God bless you.